Most people know Chef Erik Anderson for opening the critically acclaimed restaurant in Nashville, Tennessee, the Catbird Seat. He was in New York City recently and he stopped by my loft to show me how to cook a steak. Erik Anderson, my name is Spanky Van Dyke, and you're coming over? So we're here today with my friend Chef Erik Anderson. Erik, how you doing?
Good, really good.
Doing good?
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent, me too.
Awesome.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What are you going to make for us today?
This is going to be a New York strip that has been kind of a thicker cut, bone in, really lightly smoked, and we're going to sear it and then roast it in a low temperature oven and glaze it with a syrup made out of onions. And this is a dish I'm doing now for the Food and Wine Chefs Club in the Puck Building. That's on the menu.
In New York City?
In New York City.
Nice.
Soho. Soho, is that in Soho?
Good. Yeah, Soho, Nolita, something like that. And so it's a dish, we do it for two. So you come in, get some nice wine, get a few stars, some oysters, have beef for two. It's a good time. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's let Erik get this thing rolling for us. What do you say?
Cool. Let's do it.
All right, cool.
All right. Generally, I'll season meat pretty aggressively and do it about 3 times before. So one time when you just pull it out to let it rest. This is also dry aged too.
So dry aging draws the moisture out of it.
You get a lower yield to your dry age, but it also adds flavor and it tenderizes it as well.
Major
the enzymes
beef
start
flavor.
breaking it. Yeah, exactly. Like I mean, it's really hard for me to eat it. Well, it's not hard. I mean, I do it, but non-dry aged.
Like if someone gives you a non-dry
yeah, I'll turn my nose up, but I'll still eat it. You know. Really, so honestly, people say it all the time, but it is super important to let your meat come to room temperature. This you should ideally let go for 45 minutes, maybe just at room temperature, and that way it's not cold in the center and you know, so it just promotes really even cooking.
Right.
So
don't you get a better if you're going to like char?
Yeah,
you get a better
crust on it as well.
Crust on
and we're gonna roast like get a nice crust on either side. We're not gonna cook it in the pan. We're just gonna get a crust in the pan.
Right.
And then we're actually going to be cooking it in the low temperature oven while we're glazing it as it's resting. So,
all right,
should we do this?
What's next?
We got to go to the pan, I think. And
we got to go over there.
Yeah, start cooking. We'll also baste it out with a little bit of thyme, garlic.
Baste it with thyme and butter.
Yeah, thyme, butter, and a little bit of garlic, which is right here. Maybe a little bit more oil in there, because you want a really nice crust on it. And it's got to be a pretty hot pan. Like when I do this at home, it smokes out the whole house. You don't want the oil to smoke, because when you're burning it'll kind of not be a great taste, but that's a good song. And you're thinking this is like 2.5-inch cut of strip, so I mean it's going to take a little bit. Couple crushed garlic. The garlic, when you're basting, we always leave the skin on. So you're not burning.
So it doesn't burn it, yeah.
You don't start basting until the butter starts getting foamy and hot and bubbly. You know, I see cooks basting with like barely melted butter, and you're like, what the f?
Yeah.
Because you want this hot, and you want to be able to get a little color and sear it with the basting, you know, the butter and stuff. So, and give it time for the thyme and the garlic to flavor everything. We're going to let that rest for about 5, 6, 7 minutes. And then once it's rested, we're going to put a glaze of onion syrup on it. And then we're going to go in the oven for about 6 minutes. Start glazing the beef. This is a syrup made with onion and water, and that's it. And it's really nice to just brush the beef with it before or after, all the time when it's coming in and out of the oven, you know.
It just kind of creates a glaze?
It just creates a glaze, and then like the combination of the light smoke and the dry age and the onion, it's just, I mean, to me it's like, now when I think of beef, it's all I want. And then we're going in a low temperature oven with it, which it kind of mimics sous vide almost a little bit. David Kinch taught me this, and when you think about cooking a stock, like a beef stock, you're always trying to skim it, because all this funk and all this stuff is coming off the meat and the bones that you want to get rid of. When you cryovac a piece of red meat, and you cook it, where does all that stuff go? It stays in there.
Right.
So this is like a gentler version of that, a really precise way to cook it, and also you're letting everything that needs to leave the beef go. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
You're like setting those people free.
Yeah, setting those people free. And I really like it. You know, I think it's a great way to cook it. It doesn't, like, when you cook something at super high heat till it's it's balling up like a fist almost. You know, and I think I used the lobster analogy, like with overcooked lobster is like a fist. You know.
Right.
So this is just a really gentle way to do it, and you still get some of the caramelized flavors that people associate with roasted meat on there, and then ideally, if we do it right, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
If you fuck this up, I'm gonna look like a real a-hole here. But
well, we just won't air it.
Yeah.
But you go what, 6 minutes in?
So yeah, this is, I think I said this at 275. You can do it from 225 to 250, and usually have a full like wind oven. Mm-hmm. So generally, you want to set your temperature, your home oven a little bit higher if you don't have convection.
Yeah. You know? Which I don't think we do.
So I think we're at 275. So it's a little high. So maybe we'll go 2 or 3 intervals. We've already done one, and then it's resting now. Then we'll glaze it again, and then we're going to do another one.
And then see where you're at, and you'll just
kind of feel it, and smell it, and you know, see where it's at. Maybe it needs a half. Maybe it needs a whole cycle. Smell it.
Smell it.
That's it. I think hopefully it'll turn out really nice. Yeah, a lot of times you do photos and stuff. You know, you just plate it.
Right.
But we're gonna eat this. So
yeah, no, I'm totally eating this, dude.
It's gonna have to be good.
Cool. Well, this is like round 1 of the intervals. Like we'll see it in like round 2.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to go the full 9 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, this is the last time we're going in, I think. Fingers crossed. I feel like this is going to be ready. We're going to put it up on the bone this time.
This is the one?
This is the one. Nothing like watching an old fat man bend over.
You got me, old fat man.
Yeah. And there's a few potatoes in there too. I think we'll do some really simple olive oil crushed potatoes. A little garlic. That's it. This is, I feel like a really great time for an endorsement. This is smoked alderwood salt.
Oh, yeah?
Salt of the earth.
Where'd you get it?
Spanky Van Dyke smoked alderwood salt.
That's really good. Where'd you find that stuff?
Actually, right next to your stove.
Oh, it was like here. That's amazing.
Yeah, weird.
So the beef is done.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Just extra salt. Should I eat it off the knife?
Eat it off there. How is it? All right.
Oh my god, the smoke is incredible.
Not bad.
I'd say it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Just strip. It's a little chewy, but it's good.
I don't think it's undercooked at all.
No. I think it's. Well, never mind. Yeah. I think it worked out well. I'm actually really happy with it. So.
It was really good. Well, Eric, thanks for coming over tonight. And we're gonna eat this now.
And see y'all.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. It's different for how big your meat is. You know, you cut the size. You know, you know. Hey. You might be a 3 minute interval. He might be a 4. I don't know.